Hello everyone, welcome to the lesson. My name is Abhisha. In this lesson, we are going to look at all previous year GATE questions on nodal analysis from 1999 to 2020. Stay tuned to the session as I'm going to share some tips and tricks to solve these questions within short time. You are watching Crack Easy, the place to learn how to crack easy exams. Have you subscribed this channel? If you haven't, please do it and don't forget to press the bell button. Let us start this session with a question from GATE 2010. In the circuit shown, the power supplied by the voltage source is dash. This is the network. Four options are given. Option A 0 volt, option B 5 volts, option C 10 volts and option D 100 volts. Let us first analyze the network. Here we have two independent current sources and one independent voltage source. We are asked to find out power supplied by this independent voltage source. The power supplied by an independent voltage source can be mathematically expressed as product of source quantity and current through that source. The source quantity is already given as 10 volts. So what we are supposed to do now? We are supposed to find out current through this voltage source. And for determining that unknown quantity, we are going to perform nodal analysis in this network. Alright? As you know, if we want to perform nodal analysis in a network, first we have to identify all nodes present in that network. Now, can anybody tell me how many nodes are present in this network? Here we have 4 nodes. Let us label this as node V1, this as node V2, this as node V3 and this as reference node since it is having maximum number of connections. This current is labeled as I1, this as I2 and this as I3. Alright, you can see it here, I1, I2 and I3. Now you look at this voltage source. This source is connected between node V2 and reference node at 0 potential. Hence, it is clear that the value of node voltage V2 is 10 volts itself. Got it? Now we are going to write KCL equation at node V1. At node V1 we have 3 branches and correspondingly 3 branch currents. At node V1 we have one outgoing current 1 ampere and 2 unknown currents. Since we are writing KCL at V1, we assume these unknown currents as outgoing currents at node V1. Let us now find out the expressions of this unknown current. You can see one end of this 2 ohm is at potential V1 and other end is at potential V2. Correspondingly, the outgoing current through this 2 ohm at node V1 can be expressed as V1 minus V2 by 2. That is V1 minus 10 by 2. On the other hand, one end of this 2 ohm resistor is at potential V1 and other end is at 0 potential. Correspondingly, the outgoing current through this 2 ohm at node V1 can be expressed as V1 by 2. Thus, at V1 we have 3 outgoing currents. By KCL, sum of currents entering at node V1 is equal to sum of currents leaving node V1. Hence, we can write V1 minus 10 by 2 plus V1 by 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. From this, we get value of V1 as 4 volts. Here, I3 is defined as current through this 2 ohm resistor from node V2 to V1. Hence, it can be mathematically expressed as V2 minus V1 by 2. That is I3. V2 is already obtained as 10 and V1 as 4. By substituting these values, we get the value of I3 as 3 amperes. Got it? Next we are going to write KCL at V3. At V3 we have 2 incoming currents 1 ampere, 2 ampere and 1 outgoing current I1. Hence we can write I1 is equal to 1 plus 2, that is 3 amperes. Next you look at this node V2. At node V2 we have two incoming currents I1, I2 and one outgoing current I3. So we can write I1 plus I2 is equal to I3. The values of I1 and I3 are already calculated. By substituting these values, we get our desired current I2 is equal to 3 minus 3, that is 0. Correspondingly, the power supplied by the voltage source 10 volts become 10 into I2, that is 0. Clear? Thus, our answer is option A, 0 watts. Hope you got it. Let me now take you to next question. In the figure shown, the current I in amperes is. This is the network. We are going to perform nodal analysis in this network for determining the unknown quantity I, which is given as current through this part of network. Let us label this as node A, this as node B and this as node V. You can see node B is connected to reference node at a 0 potential. Hence we can write the node voltage at B is 0. On the other hand, a 8 volt independent voltage source is connected between node A and reference node. Correspondingly, the node voltage at A becomes 8. Now we are going to write KCL at node V. At node V, we have 4 branches and correspondingly 4 branch currents. These 4 branch currents are unknown currents, hence we assume all of them are outgoing currents at node V. Let us find out the expressions of all these 4 unknown branch currents at node V. One end of this 1 ohm is at potential V and other end is at 0. Correspondingly, the outgoing current through this 1 ohm at node V can be written as V by 1. On the other hand, one end of this 1 ohm resistor is at potential V and other end is at node A at 8 volt. Hence, the outgoing current through this 1 ohm resistor at node V can be written as V minus 8 by 1. Now you look at this 1 ohm resistor. One end of it is connected to node V and other end to reference node. Hence, the outgoing current through this 1 ohm at node V can be written as V by 1. Finally, the current through this 1 ohm, which can be mathematically expressed as V minus 8 by 1. By KCL, the algebraic sum of these 4 outgoing currents at node V is equal to 0. Hence, we can write V by 1 plus V minus 8 by 1 plus V by 1 plus V minus 8 by 1 is equal to 0. From this, we get the value of V as 4 volts. Now we are going to write KCL at node A. At node A, we have 3 branches, correspondingly 3 branch currents. This branch current is labeled as an incoming current I1. Now you look at this 5 ohm. This 5 ohm and this 1 ampere current source are series connected. As you know, current through series connected elements are always same. Hence, the current through this 5 ohm is 1 ampere itself in this direction. Now you look at this 1 ohm resistor. One end of it is at node A at 8 volt potential and other end is at node V. Since we are writing KCL at node A, we take the current through this 1 ohm as 8 minus V by 1 and that plus 1 is equal to I1. Value of V is already calculated. By substituting this value, we get I1 is equal to 5 amperes. Finally, we are going to write KCL at this node B. Here you can see 2 outgoing currents I and I1 and 1 unknown current. We assume this unknown current as an outgoing current at node P. Now, can anybody tell me the expression of outgoing current through this 1 ohm resistor? It will be 0 minus V by 1. So we can write that current plus I1 is equal to 0. The values of I1 and V are already calculated. When we substitute their values, we get I is equal to minus 1 amperes. Thus, our answer is minus 1 ampere. Hope you all understood this problem perfectly. Let me now take you to next question. It's from GATE 2014. You can see a network here where R is equal to 1 ohm, I1 is equal to 2 amperes, I4 is equal to minus 1 ampere, I5 is equal to minus 4 ampere. Then, which of the following is correct? Option A, I6 is 5 amperes. Option B, I3 is minus 4 amperes. Option C, given data sufficient to tell these currents are not possible. Option D, data is not sufficient to find I2, I3 and I6. Let us first analyze the network. Here we have 3 resistors connected in delta form. They all 3 have same value R. How many nodes are there? 3 nodes. Let us label this as first node, this as second node and third node. Branch currents I1, I2, etc. I6 are marked in the network. Now let us start solving this problem by writing KCL at this node. Here you can see 2 incoming currents I1, I4 and 1 outgoing current I2. So we can write I1 plus I4 is equal to I2. In the question, I1 is given as 2 amperes and I4 are minus 1 amperes. So we get the value of I2 is equal to 2 minus 1, that is 1 amperes. Got it? Now have a look at node 2. Here we have 2 incoming currents I2, I5 and 1 outgoing current I3. So we can write I2 plus I5 is equal to I3. In the question, the value of I5 is given as minus 4 amperes and the value of I2 is already calculated as 1 amperes. By substituting these values, we get I3 is equal to minus 3 amperes. Okay. At node 3, we have 2 incoming currents I3, I6 and 1 outgoing current I1. So we can write I3 plus I6 is equal to I1. By substituting the values of I3 and I1, we get I6 is equal to 5 amperes. Thus, our answer is option A, that is I6 is equal to 5 amperes. So, we are at the end of this session. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thank you.